G'day ladies and gentlemen, it's Trader Cobb here on the 24th of October. And geez, I'll tell you what, we've seen the alts have a pump. We've seen some good activity coming back to some of these alts the last sort of, probably about 8 hours actually. Hopefully it's the beginning of what we will see, another big old pump, but that's great. Hope you're all positioned well. Hope you've got the coins that you like, because we have some very bargain prices available at the moment, especially leading up to the movement today. What I'm going to do though is have a look at Bitcoin. Why? Well, because it's moved a long way again. So I just want to sort of do a bit of analysis as to where we could possibly pull back to. The areas that I think, if we do find a high here, where we may pull back to, and the reasons why. So when I'm looking at the bigger pullbacks, like I did back when we hit 3,000, I like to work on the weekly time frame. So I like to use the weekly for working out my pullback. So, let's just take a bit of history again. We pull back into this moving average zone here. Then we move very, very well. We pull back into this moving average zone here, we hit 3,000, we move very, very well. So for equilibrium to be reaffirmed, or for us to get back to equilibrium I should say, we want to see ourselves pulling back into this moving average zone somewhere. There's good convergence on the indicators. There's no sign of this trend reversing on the weekly. Very good higher highs on the MACD as the price has made higher highs. And I'm going to use my trusty Fibonacci. I mean, look, it's my favorite tool when I'm looking at where to pull back to. So we're going to go from the low here up to the high here and just see what we've got. So look, the first level is definitely going to be around this 4,500. There's 50% and 4,500. It's a round number. It's a mid number between your 4 and 5,000. And also, look, it's not the old highs, but it's in and around that area. So I'm cool with that. It's also the upper end of this the moving average channel that I like to work with. Okay, so look, my perspective on this weekly is around this 4,500 level would be where the buy orders start being placed. I'm also going to do a double fib from the most recent, also the last one, up and see if we get any clusters. Yeah, look, we've got a cluster here around this 4,500 area as well. We've got the 38% on the last move. And the 50% on this move. We've also got, let me just make sure I've made sense of that. So the 61.8% is down around 4,200. What have we got there? Anything else matching up there? No, let me get rid of that. No, 4,000 obviously is a 50% of the last move up, but look, realistically, yeah, 4,500 down to roughly about 4,200 is the zone that I'd be looking at. It's a good area for it to pull back to. Maximum 4,000. If we pull back to 4,000, that would be quite a significant pullback. Look, it could happen, and it might happen like we did on 3,000, a quick spike down to that level. But I'd be suggesting for myself personally, this is obviously not advice for anyone else, my analysis would suggest that buying Bitcoin around 4,500 maybe for my first few orders, working down to that 42, and maybe having a bit in reserve or an order at 4,000 just in case would be my perspective on how I'm going to play this out. But for now, obviously there's quite a bit coming up on Bitcoin. What's going to happen, I don't really know, guys. Look, I'm just a technical analyst reading charts. It happens to be that what we've looked at in the past on the charts has worked out quite well. So I'm going to keep doing it. Been doing it for a long time. I trust in my analysis, and 4,500 is kind of the level, slipping down to about 4,000. But 45 to 4,200 is my pullback positioning for Bitcoin. That may change if we continue to break out to new highs. I'll continue to redraw my fibs and see if that number does change at all. Anyway, guys, that's my little 2 cents worth for now. Hope you're doing well. Bye for now.